team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Running behind that left side. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's Jackson. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to throw. It's Dotson. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The give on the option. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
That pass is well off target. target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Dropping back, it's Dotson. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch on the right side. Off and running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Got the first down and still on his feet. Pass to 30. He's at the touchdown, Dogs. Excellent pass by the back on the option. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got the quick completion. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Iowa! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But this crowd really affecting the football.
Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in on the right. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the 2nd level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
And the Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Riley. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 20.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Got his man quickly. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the knee on third down. Going to try to get it himself. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On third down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but it's been a close one so far. They're up by just 2 over Oregon. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Dotson. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden, on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They send the tight end in motion. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
It's a nice effort by the running back, but in that 3rd and long situation, it's just too much work for that running back to convert that 3rd down. Really, nice job. Got to give the defense credit. They surrounded him, got him to the ball.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. To the air, it's Dotson. Time to take a shot. Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. And
oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give them the lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To throw, it's Dotson. Under fire. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Now, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Ooh, and they almost had another one, and this defense is dialed in, man. The interception on the last possession, almost another one there. They've got a really good read on this passing game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, keep it, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. The give to the lone running back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got a little space. There he goes. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the sideline. Right down the gut of the field. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, trying to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got him first. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. They think there's room to run to the right here. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Georgia sends out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Turning it on! Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Calls his own number. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And, guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the 4th quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain, no first down.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Dotson. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Finds his man. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. Touchdown, Iowa! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Give to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And it's like the defense knew on 3rd and goal. They're not attacking the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. 4th and goal. What you going to do, offense?
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. From the gun. Rushes on him.